everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Cavanaugh's Corner. Just wanted to say thank you for coming back to the channel. As always, I'm Andrew Cavanaugh. Thank you for coming back. Today I'm going to be talking about a movie that, ironically, I didn't see in theaters. Didn't have a very wide release where I am. Picked it up on Blu-ray recently. This has actually been out on Blu-ray for a while, but for whatever reason, it just went by me, and I wanted to talk about it because I actually found it to be a very good movie. And a movie that kind of, I think, should be seen by people, especially who are fans of the actor that's in this movie. But I want to be talking about this movie right here. This is Bloodfather, starring Mel Gibson. This is one of the better movies I've actually seen this year. No joke, this is actually just a phenomenal movie. For whatever reason, didn't get a very wide release. Lionsgate actually owns this movie. Again, why you didn't give this movie a wider release, I don't know. Maybe it's because Mel being the star. I don't know. I'm not going to make any accusations, but we know obviously that Mel has been blacklisted for a while in Hollywood. I'm a very big fan of the guy. I think he is a phenomenal actor. I think he is a phenomenal director. And I think, sadly, something that happened in his personal life, which I'm not going to discuss here, has really painted a bad picture of the man, and maybe justifiably so, but at the same time, I really enjoy the man's work as an actor. Maybe I don't like the guy personally, but I do like the fact that he is a great actor. I do like the movies he has directed in the past. And Hacksaw Ridge is a movie I do want to see for whatever reason. Again, with my personal life and moving and everything, I have not had the chance to go to the theater very often recently. Hopefully after this is all said and done, I will. But I wanted to review this because I really enjoyed this movie. I think Mel Gibson in this is awesome. It's basically what I like to refer to as a comeback performance. This is a great movie. Direction-wise, not so much. I'll talk more about that in a second. But acting-wise, Mel puts on a workshop in this movie. He gives a very wonderful, varied performance. And he's dark in this. He's funny. He's brutal. He's manic. He's controlled. He's all over the place in this movie. And I think that's the reason why I enjoyed this so much, was that he is very, very, very believable in this part. Mel's part in this movie, he basically plays an ex-convict named John Link. And he is a tattoo artist, recovering alcoholic, drug addict, whatever he is. He's going to meetings and stuff, and he's showing that he's trying to turn his life around for the better. He has a daughter that's been missing for many years, he's been out of touch with. And after this daughter is involved with some really bad people, she kind of goes back to him, and he has to kind of protect her from these really awful people, these gang members, who she has associated with in the past. And he does his best to keep her safe. I'm not going to tell you any more than that. You really should see this movie. Mel, I think in this, like I said, he gives what I like to consider the best performance he's given in damn near 20 years in this. He is totally in control through most of the movie. I think he becomes much more interesting near the end of the film because he gets a little more unhinged. Again, not going to give anything away. I think Mel does uncontrollable mania better than anyone in the business, especially during his performances like Riggs in the Lethal Weapon movies, Mad Max, all those characters. We know that Mel can do, holy shit, this guy's crazy more than anybody. In this, he doesn't go that far out, but he gets pretty close in certain scenes, and I really loved seeing that side of him come out. He does it very well. I think also that it's notable to say that Mel can still do action, and does it, again, pretty well in this. He was in The Expendables 3 with Stallone and the gang, and he really wasn't given much to do in that movie in terms of action. Had a little fight scene at the end, but in this he can really show off that he is still very much capable of doing action. And I don't mean action meaning like, swing a fist, shoot a gun every now and then. Like, he's capable of doing crazy action stunts in this, and he's very good. I think also that there is some really intense stuff. Again, great scene with him on a motorcycle with the daughter. He also, they may have done this purposely, but he's on a motorcycle with the daughter, and he pulls out a sawed-off shotgun and the Mad Max, my Mad Max memories just came right to the forefront in that scene. And it was a nice nod. Again, I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but it was a really nice touch that they put in there. Also, another great performance in this movie, William H. Macy. Surprising, very good in this movie. I really like William H. Macy. He's a very good actor. Doesn't do enough stuff. He has a TV show on, I think it's Showtime. It's called Shameless. I've never really watched a lot of it, but he's very good on that show. And he's very good here, too. He's kind of the comic relief, but the one thing I really like is his chemistry with Mel is very natural, and I really like that. You don't see a lot of very natural chemistry from actors these days. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but they really do a great job in this. Again, not on screen for long, but when he is on screen, William H. Macy is just a treasure in this. He's so awesome. He does a great job. Another performance in this movie that I want to talk about is from an actor. His name is Miguel Sandoval, and he's been in a lot of stuff over the years. If you Google him online, I'm sure you'll see. But he gives a very, very surprising performance in this movie. He plays an inmate that Mel is still in touch with, criminal, and he's kind of like a gang member, but you can't even recognize him in this movie. He is totally transformed into his character in this. The makeup they put on this guy was outstanding. I didn't even realize it was him until I looked at the cast credits at the end of the movie. I went, holy shit, that's Miguel Sandoval? I had no idea it was him. Does a very good job in this, even though, again, it's a very small part, very much like William H. Macy's part. Mel and the daughter are really the main characters in this movie. The plot in the film is very simple. There were a few surprising twists and turns here and there, but overall, nothing really groundbreaking with the story. Again, some nice little moments here and there I didn't see coming. Honestly, I didn't really expect certain things to happen, but they did, and I was very glad that they surprised me. But again, very good. The only thing I can say the movie is lacking is the direction. The director, I'll see if I can remember his name here. Thankfully I have it here, is Jean-Francois Richet. I hope I got that right. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, pal, but the director, honestly, again, doesn't have to do much in this movie. Just kind of points the camera at Mel and lets him go to town. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. The action is directed pretty adequately. Nothing too crazy. It's very much a plain Jane kind of film in terms of directing. Certain scenes are very much filmed in a strange way. Certain scenes are shot very steady, and then we'll switch to like a handheld camera and then go back. And I really didn't like the composure of some of the shots in this movie. Again, I can almost see that like the director just walked on set and said, "Oh, put the camera over there. Put the camera over there. All right, let's go home. That's it." And it's too bad that it wasn't given more care in that aspect. But again, I mean, who knows? I mean, the director does what he wants, but I just wasn't fond of certain shots. Certain things I think could have been handled a little more flashier. But again, it's not meant to be an extremely flashy movie. It's meant to tell a story, and I really like the story, as simple as it was. I think the main thing that we really get to behold in this is Mel, and again, he is something to behold in this movie. He is fantastic. And also, I want to mention, Mel has a very intense beard through most of the movie. I know you don't see it on the cover here, but Mel has got a beard that is really incredible. So I'm kind of including this in my Movember / No Shave November movie review series. Because he really does rock an awesome beard through about 80% of the movie. And it's intense, man. I got to give him a lot of credit, man. I don't think I could handle a beard like that. But he pulls it off really well. And overall, man, I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. Bloodfather, definitely check it out. Definitely, if you're a fan of Mel, buy this movie. It is worth the purchase. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, some twists and turns were really entertaining. The whole movie just had me glued to my seat the whole time. I didn't want to miss a second of it, and neither should you. Check it out. It's Bloodfather. It's on Blu-ray, it's on DVD, it's on digital, it's on everything. So definitely check that out. Until my next review, I'm Andrew Cavanaugh. We'll see you then. Good night.